back to my channel. Today we are doing some good old-fashioned baking. Well, no, we're not really baking. We're doing some good old-fashioned recipe making is what we're doing. So, last time I did a food video, I wore this because it was almost Christmas. And this time that I'm doing a food video, if you're watching this right when it comes out, it's Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day. Obviously, this is shot before the Day of Love, but it is in that theme because tonight I am hanging out with some of my friends and we're doing a Galentine's Day party. So I'm very excited about it. And I'm going to bring 2 treats over to her house, and what I'm gonna make are pretzel bites and these Okay, so I'm gonna be making pretzel bites, and I'm going to be making what the internet says is a Brazilian dessert called brigadeiro. I probably said that really wrong. Anyway, so that's what we're making today. One is a snack, one is a little dessert. And I thought that it'd be really fun to just try them out. They are labeled as very easy, simple recipes, very limited amounts of ingredients. So that's very exciting. So that's what we are going to be doing today. So we're gonna start with pretzel bites because they need to rise with their yeast situation, and then we'll do the brigadeiros and then go back to the pretzel bites. So let's get to food making. So I made myself a little DIY frappuccino. My dog is walking around. Goose, can you go lay down? Anyway, I made myself a little DIY frappuccino. I don't know what happened to my blender, but it started like leaking out the bottom, then I lost all my liquid, which I think was mostly my coffee, and then it's kind of bitter and not the best thing in the world. Anyway, should have just had a regular old coffee and that would have been just as fine, but you know, here we go. If you have any good, frappuccino recipes, this one was just off the old noggin, so nothing too good here. Let's start with the pretzel bites. We need warm water, yeast, and brown sugar. Let's do it. So we're gonna do 1 1/4 cups warm water, like so. We need a tablespoon of yeast, and then 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Also, how cute is this? I don't know where it came from. I think somebody gave it to my mom as a present, but it's really cute. And it somehow, for some reason, still has a tag on it. Anyway, it's festive. We're festive over here. So, my brother is playing this new geo-guessing game, and he got 4 kilometers away in a Florida freeway. So he was pretty impressed with himself. He's pretty impressed with himself. Had to go check it out. So, anyway.
My high score in the US.
His high score. We're back. We're mixing up some brown sugar with some water and our yeast mixture. We're just gonna pop it in there. Oh yeah. I'm gonna mix it up. This is the base for our pretzels. So hopefully this mixture goes well, otherwise we get no pretzels. So we're supposed to mix it up and set it aside. And hopefully I've done it correctly.
I don't know what I want to eat now.
Keeping that in. All right, yeast mixture is gonna sit for 10 minutes, and then we are going to pop it into Dorothy here. If you guys have watched any of my cooking videos, you know that this is Dorothy. She helps us out over here. And then we're gonna mix it in with our flour, so we can add our flour to here, and then we'll kind of be waiting for a couple of minutes, and then we can put the dough into an oiled bowl, and it's gonna have to sit for a few minutes. So, okay, 3 1/2 cups of flour are in here, but we can't do anything for another 8 minutes. So, although our yeast mixture is looking quite foamy, which I'm very proud of, very exciting, and we're just gonna kind of hang out for a minute. And I think that I'm gonna look for a cheese sauce recipe. The one that she provided, a lot of people were having trouble with it. I actually have like a can of like cheddar cheese, like Campbell's cheddar cheese, that I think would make a good base. So I'm hoping to just kind of like vamp that up a little bit. So I'll see you guys in a second when we're ready to mix. Okay guys, flour is in. Dorothy here. This is our yeast mixture now. It's definitely doing something, so I feel good about it. We're gonna pour it in here, and then we're going to knead it for 10 minutes. Let's make a cheese sauce, and I'll just have you not hear any of this crap, okay? Okay. All right, Dorothy put in some real good work there. We have we have been kneading, I don't know, you know what I mean. The dough is done kneading. Now, it's going into an oiled bowl. I just sprayed it with some good old, you know, Pam. And it's just going to come in here. So, we're gonna cover this up, and then I figured while this has to sit here now for 20 minutes. So while this is just hanging out, I figured we will go ahead and do our little chocolate ball thingy-majigs. So for these chocolate thingy-majigs, all we need is a can of sweetened condensed milk and 3 tablespoons cocoa powder, and then you roll them in sprinkles. So these are the sprinkles that they were recommending, just like the chocolate long ones. Basically, all we do is we combine these ingredients on the stove and mix them until they form like a fudgy sort of texture is the vibe I was getting. So let's head back to the stove and make these bad boys. We need to heat up 2 tablespoons of butter. Okay, so we're gonna melt the butter and then add in our sweetened condensed milk and the cocoa powder. All right, we're on low. Sweetened condensed milk and 3 tablespoons of cocoa. And we mix for a long time is what it seemed like. Seems like we are getting somewhere. It's starting to represent that consistency a little bit. So I think not too much longer and we will be golden. I actually don't think that I've been stirring this as long as I thought I was going to have to, so that's good. Okay, buttered pan. And we're gonna add our chocolate delight to it. I hope this is done. I mean, that's good. So if they taste like this, and like solid, if they solidify, the batter thing tastes really good. Okay, so now, in 2 minutes, the pretzel bites have been resting for long enough, so we're going to go ahead and flour our surface here, and then we can cut them up. We'll let them rest again for like 5 minutes, and then pop them onto the pan, melt with butter, and bake them. So, yay, very exciting. Our Brigadeiro, I'm not saying that remotely close to correct, it's in the fridge. It's waiting for us. It's just cooling, so yeah. Seems good. She had a really cool cutter thing. The only thing that I have remotely close is this. So I'm gonna use that because yeah, it's fun. Our beautiful dough is here. I'm gonna pop him out. Oh, he seems good. He seems like he's living his best life. Just gonna kind of spread it on out. Okay, hers actually seems thicker, so I may have messed up, but it's not a whole lot we can do about it now. So, cut them into strips. Sure. And into bite-sized bits. I mean, they're homemade, you guys. They're not gonna be uniform, right? Right? So here they are, ish. They don't come apart like nearly as well as hers did on her video. Mine I also think I did them too flat. So maybe we'll just make sure that we watch them when they're baking because they definitely seem smaller than hers do. So we'll just have to keep a closer eye, which is totally fine. They'll go a little bit farther, which is good. I don't have my oven on. Rookie mistake. It's like in the Great British Baking Show when they're like, oh, my oven wasn't on. And you're like, are you kidding me? You're on the Great British Baking Show. Get your act together. But then, you know, I get it. The cameras are on. The pressure's on. Okay, it's okay because these guys are gonna rest now for 5 minutes. And then we are going to boil some water. So be right back. Okay, it has been 5 minutes. Here are our pretzels. You know, my shapes are kind of funny, okay? I'll admit it. They don't look perfect, but that's fine. Totally cool. We are now boiling some water. We have a 1/4 cup of baking soda waiting to be put into the boiled water. Pop them into a nice boiling baking soda bath for about 30 seconds each. And then they're gonna go onto our prepared baking sheet. They're gonna get some fancy Himalayan salt. And then they're gonna bake for 8 minutes. So, oven is not quite done, but I'm hoping that after this, they will be good. So, let's move over to our oven again. All right, guys, water is boiling. We're ready for pretzels. I went ahead and cut them a bit smaller because I was afraid of them just being too big, not baking well. I don't want to do them for too long because I'm afraid. So we'll just go ahead, take them out. The bubbles! I can't even see anything. Pretzels! Don't die! Pretzels! Oh no. What's happened? Okay. Oh, do I have any more pretzels in here? Good news is I think I saved them all that were dying in there. So we'll just arrange them. I don't know if that was too long for them in there, but can't do anything about it now. Okay, so here you go. This is our tiny ones, and then these ones are all the bigger ones. Maybe this is just me testing which ones work better, small or big. Or maybe I'm just a ninny muggin and messed it all up. We'll see. I can only fit 2 pans in the oven at a time. Well, that and the fact that I only actually have 2 pans. So we'll pop them both in. I'm gonna look at them at 5 minutes just to be safe, and then we will bake the last pan. All right, y'all, my hands are buttered. Now I'm gonna take some of the Brigadeiro. I don't know how to say that. I'm just gonna sound like an idiot. If someone wants to tell me how to not sound like an idiot, that would be cool. I don't know if that's too small, but I don't want them to like they're just supposed to be little bites, you know? Little chocolate bites. So I'm gonna go with that. That way they go farther too. I don't actually know how many people are coming to this little shindig that I'm headed to. So I don't wanna like not have enough and then like have it look silly. So I figure that we'll just go with this. All right, so they're gonna be different sizes. Same with my pretzels, because apparently I can't make anything uniform. So that's fine. I didn't think this through because our pretzels are about to be done and I'm not ready to fix them. So might have to pause in the middle of this, check out our pretzels, and then come back to this. So that's fine. Planning, normally my strong suit. Apparently right at this moment, it's not. So that's okay. So they're still not like golden, like at all. So I guess we'll do a couple more minutes. Oof, I really don't like baking over the times, but I mean with pretzels, like they need to be crispity crunchy on the outside, right? Okay. So these look pretty good. I think maybe they just need to hang out on a lower rack, or let's just take a peek at them. Ooh! I think that the lower rack was just better. So I'm gonna pop these back in just for another second on the lower rack to kind of crisp them on the outside. We're gonna melt some butter and then brush it on the top and then add salt. Platter here. I know we're jumping all over the place, but bear with me. It does seem like this size baked up better than the small ones are. So that's kind of weird, but you know. These look good, I think. Maybe I'll have some of my family taste test before I bring them to people to eat, you know. Okay guys, I just had my mom taste test and she said that they're really good, so thumbs up. Very excited about that. Gonna move on to the smaller ones. I hope that these ones are okay. Fingers crossed. All right guys, so big ones are totally fine. Small ones I don't actually think worked as well, which is odd because I would have thought that that would have been easier, better, you know, but doesn't seem to be the case. I'm just gonna brush them with some butter. I'm gonna taste test one. Wow! They taste like pretzels! Wow, I'm honestly surprised. Like, I think they're good. All right, we're just gonna wait a couple minutes, finish up the pretzels, and then I'll see you guys while we're finishing up the candies. All right, I'm not gonna lie to you, those pretzels are kind of a masterpiece.
Yeah, they are.
It's my mom.
They're so great.
She's over there working out. Fed her a pretzel while she's working out. It's all about balance in life, you know? Anyway, so we're just gonna finish up rolling out these little fudgy situations, which my mom compared to a Tootsie Roll. So I'm not sure if that's good or bad. All right, guys, taste test. I like them. Okay, friends, that is everything that I have for you today. Which one of these recipes are you going to try at home? Honestly, they were both amazing and I would highly recommend them. I will link the videos down below, so if you guys want to try them out, you can too. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me. I love doing these hangout baking videos. So let me know what you want me to make next and I will happily oblige. Anyway, I will see you all right back here next week. Bye.